Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Pain in the Grass, oh yeah. It is back, and it is back in a big way. Tuesday, July 30th, Friday, August 2nd, Saturday, August 3rd. 3 big days of pain, but the good kind of pain at White River Amphitheater. It's the best kind of pain. Yeah. Slipknot, Volbeat, Disturbed, Marilyn Manson, Butcher Babies, Rob Zombie, Gojira. Oh, there's so much. So much. Tickets are on sale right now at livenation.com. And, of course, it's a good cause that we've engaged. $2 for each ticket sold benefiting the Vitology Foundation. That supports great local charities. You want info? You want more about pain? Just go to KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Mix.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time to beat Mix, and it's time to turn down for tacos.
Turn down for what?
Yeah, Tuesday sucks, so make it all better with tacos.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
All right,
it's a nice
fine.
comfort food.
And the rain's coming back, so you're going to need it.
Oh,
Sorry,
man.
buddy. Sorry, buddy.
I mean,
Taco tortilla soup.
ooh. I like those.
Sorry, I'm real excited for soup right now.
I know. I had soup yesterday. It was fun.
Soup was fun.
Yeah. All right, fine. Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Ruben in Tenino. Ruben, are you there, sir?
Tacos.
Yeah. There we go.
Hey, Ruben, do you think soup is fun?
Not really.
Oh, come on. What's he playing for today, Steve?
I know, Steve. Well, I mean,
Don't hate on soup, man.
No, we're hating on you. The soup is fine. You are the problem.
Yeah.
Ruben is playing for tickets to the Mark Galloway 150 shootout that's happening at the Evergreen Speedway on May 25th. Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want tickets, you can get them now at etix.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Soup and have some fun.
Yeah, soup and fun.
For you.
For those playing at home, Ruben will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Ruben, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
According to the Bible, what part of Samson's body was the source of his strength?
His hair.
Yes, the Mini Cooper car is produced by what company?
Pass.
Finland is a country on what continent?
Yeah.
Asia.
No.
Europe.
Yes.
Yay.
How many gigabytes of capacity did the first iPod have?
8.
No.
2.
No.
4.
No. In gaming, what is Valve's digital distribution platform known as?
One more time.
In gaming, what is Valve's digital distribution platform known as?
Pass.
Who played Dylan McKay on Beverly Hills 90210?
Luke Perry.
Yes. In Ace Ventura 2, Ace is birthed from what kind of mechanical animal?
Alligator.
No. Ooh, that'd be weird. 3 correct.
One of the greatest scenes in cinematic history.
Well, I don't know about that, but it definitely is seared into my brain.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, I mean, that's not the best score, so, yeah.
That's horrible.
Well, okay, yeah. All right. Thanks for that, Ruben. Yes,
I appreciate Ruben for his honesty.
Not really wrong there.
He's still doing better than the Dakota scale.
Oh, yes. On the Dakota scale, he's doing quite well.
Oh, boy.
Steve, are you ready?
yes.
According to the Bible, what part of Samson's body was the source of his strength?
That would be his hair, Rev.
Yes.
The flowing hair.
The Mini Cooper car is produced by what company?
BMW.
Yes. Finland is a country on what continent?
I'm going to go with Europe.
Yes. How many gigabytes of capacity did the first iPod have?
1?
No.
4.
No.
3.
No.
2.
No.
6.
No.
9.
No. That's it. In gaming, what is Valve's digital distribution platform known as?
Pass.
Who played Dylan McKay on Beverly Hills 90210?
Luke Perry.
Yes. In Ace Ventura 2, Ace is birthed from what kind of mechanical animal?
Oh, man. A bull?
No.
A cow?
No.
A horse?
No. Which network aired Two Broke Girls?
That would be... Oh, crap. I watched it all the time. I don't even know. Fox?
No.
NBC?
No.
ABC?
No.
The other one.
Yes.
CBS. Son of a bitch.
The B-52s had the 70s hit song Rock What?
Lobster.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Steve, you win.
Yes.
5-3.
Sorry, Ruben.
Next time, my man.
All right, you give it a shot, buddy. These questions were a little tough for Ruben today.
They were a little tough. But Steve is the man.
I like, though, you're throwing some questions in that maybe some millennials can get.
I'm trying.
I like that. Because, I mean, their valve system, Steve, there's no way. That's not his world at all.
I didn't even understand that question.
Yeah.
Okay, so Valve is a game company that in order to put out, or basically so they didn't have to take some of their games offline, they created a platform to play those games and buy and sell games as well. And that is called... Steam.
I know. I don't even play video games.
It's where a lot of people will buy their games digitally now. For their PCs.
There's a big hullabaloo because once or twice a year they have a giant sale and people lose their minds because games are super, super cheap.
Yeah, the Steam sales are legit. You can get like really good games for...
it's like a Nordstrom sale. It's like doesn't always
much.
It's even better.
Yeah.
Twice a year sale?
Yep, exactly. You did figure out that it was CBS that aired Two Broke Girls. Does anybody know how many gigabytes the first iPod had?
I wouldn't have. I had to guess at this point.
Well, Steve went all around it. It's 5.
Oh.
5.
Yep. I think it was the only one that ever actually just had 5, and that was the first one.
Did you say iPod or iPad?
iPod.
Oh, that's why I'm losing in my brain.
Oh, okay.
I heard iPad.
Oh, yeah, that's not what I said.
Yep.
And does anybody know the mechanical animal that Ace Ventura was birthed from?
It's a rhino.
Yes, it was a rhinoceros.
Oh, my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's why the sex says I'm with Vicky. The Ace Ventura birthday scene is the greatest in movie history. Hashtag kind of hot in these rhinos.
Did anybody else see that?
Ace 2?
Yeah.
It's been so long, I can't remember it. So I don't know if I saw it or not.
That's literally the only scene from that movie that I remember.
I don't
because
remember
it's
anything
so
about that
messed
movie.
up.
Yeah, like he's trying to do some surveillance. He's in a mechanical rhino. His air conditioning lets out, and so he starts losing his mind and trying to get out.
Yeah, and he goes out the back end and is birthed via rhino.
Ah, okay.
Vicky's showing me this on video, and I don't remember this scene.
Really?
No.
It's just Jim Carrey doing what Jim Carrey does.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, he's coming out
And his family's like, oh, look, she's birthing a baby. That's not a baby.
No, it's not.
That's a Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Naked Jim Carrey.
Congratulations, Steve. You won with 5 correct.
That is a disturbing scene. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. I was
I don't
a little
think I
kid
saw this
thinking
movie.
This is amazing.
I got to imagine I fell asleep on this movie because I don't remember the scene whatsoever. Now I kind of want to watch this movie, though.
You should.
Jim Carrey at his best.
I love Jim Carrey.
Oh, man. All right. So what happened? You got 5 right?
I did, and I won.
Caller number 5, you're getting tickets to see the Mark Galloway 150 shootout at Evergreen Speedway. Caller number 5, 206-421-ROCK. Caller number 5. All right, well. You know what, Steve? If I could, I'd like to quickly just give a little condolences to somebody. And I'm a little punchy this morning because I was up late last night. Because one of my childhood friends called me and told me that their mom passed away, and she was like a second mom to me.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thanks, man. Marilyn Erickson, she used to always go on our Facebook pages, and she would always follow what we were doing in my career.
Wait, was she was constantly posting on, like, she would always comment on the Facebook stuff?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and so
she always had had fun stuff to write, too.
She did, and it was like she was always like really supportive and, followed me and really took an interest in my radio career. And my mom passed away really early in my life. So she really, like in my teens. So she really became like a second mother and let me hang out at the house a lot more than I probably should have hung out at anybody's house. It was like I was her fifth kid. So, yeah, that was some tough news. And so, my condolences, of course, to my buddy Paul, Alicia, Val, and Billy.
Tough time, too, right? On Mother's Day and everything.
Yeah, and it was really...
There's ever a good time, but...
It was sudden. Like, they did not expect this at all. And so it's just a punch in the gut this morning, too. So I thought, I'd like to... Yeah, I'd just like to pass along my condolences. And so if I'm not 100%, just, if anybody's listening, that's why. My head's not in the game today.
I get that.
Yeah.
And look, the excuse for all the other days you're not 100%.
Yeah, the other days is just the other days I'm just a bad broadcaster.
Okay,
yeah,
today you have an excuse.
Yeah, today I think legitimately, but like I just find myself missing out a lot. Like I'm just my head is completely just elsewhere. So yeah.
Did you guys all have because I had a second mom as we all you always had that one friend.
Yeah,
their mom became like your mom as well. Like my buddy Chris, who oddly enough was in town last week, and it's just typical how we all are in our crew. No one wants to bother anyone. So I had no idea. His wife was here for some kind of an internship thing, and he sends me a message right before they're done with the trip. He's like, "Hey man, I've been listening to you while I've been in town, driving my kid around, and it's just so cool that I get to hear you, and I tell my kid about how you followed your dreams, and it's a cool life lesson I could give to my daughter." And I'm like, how about telling me you were in town? Like, we could have hung out. But I guess it was just, it was a kind of like a whirlwind of a trip, and it was more about just spending time with his wife. And, so I get that. But his mom was like my second mom, where, she would pick me up at school, or, I'd spend a lot of time with her. I mean, she was just as pivotal in my growing up as my mom was. And same with my mom for him. And I'm just wondering, Vicky, did you have that?
I did when I got a little older. I wasn't a little kid with a second mom. I was a teenager, and it was my best friend, Stacy's mom.
Oh, hey, I heard.
And she did have it going on, actually. And she and I were able to talk about things I wasn't able to talk about with my folks when it came to like relationships and stuff. And so she even got, I think, my initial tattooed on her along with her daughter's initial.
Whoa.
That's how close we were.
Damn, dude. Yeah, that's a second mom right there.
But it's been a couple years. I haven't gone to see her for a while.
Yeah. How about you, Danny?
Yeah, my best friend Chris's mom.
No, is this which best friend is this?
I got a lot of best friends.
We know Gavin. We know Russell Wilson.
He's the OG.
So that means you know how many second moms he has because he doesn't understand how best and probably the numerals work. He's probably like 14 second moms.
Right. Wow. Yeah. No, we were in sixth grade when I met this guy, and she used to take us to concerts, and she would let us have our first band practice in their garage. Bless her soul. So yeah, she actually came down with cancer a few years ago, and luckily she made it through so far, and she's still doing pretty good. So
yeah, it's tough. I didn't know about this. I don't know about the concept of a second mom, but and as you're bringing it up, I guess a lot of us really do have that.
Yeah, I mean,
how about you, Rev?
Not really like friends or anything. I would just say that my grandmother was, just from the fact that she basically raised me most of the time. Yeah. So that was that sort of thing.
Yeah. She was the young mom because all of us were like at least my group of friends, we were like the last kids.
Yep.
So, of course, our parents were older and she was a young mom. So she was a really cool compared to any of the other parents in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So I feel like she got our generation better than my own parents and my friends' parents just because she was as young as she was when she had kids. I think she had kids when she was, maybe 18 to 20 years old.
How old was she when she passed?
She was in her 70s. I don't exactly know how old.
Yeah.
And it was, from what I understand, she had back surgery and just came home and didn't feel right. And then I think it was a blood clot or something. So this was a really horrible shock to the whole family.
The text is sorry to hear that, BJ. Much love being sent your way.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm probably going to have to, a lot of my friends' parents have passed away and I haven't I just haven't been able to go back east for the funeral. I'm going to have to figure this out because this woman was that important to me. And also, I really consider like her kids my siblings.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about them. We grew up together, and especially like the two girls in the family, they were really awesome. Kids growing up, especially girls, there's such competition and therefore meanness can happen. And I just don't remember that with these two. These two were like the two of the coolest kids I ever met. And I attribute that to their mom, who I thought was also really kind. And I just feel like that. So yeah, it's just tough.
Oh, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
I hear you. That's awful.
So, yeah.
How about a texter says my second mom is now my mother-in-law? Go figure.
Oh, that's nice.
Now you can
That's
actually
very
call her
cool.
mom, and it's not awkward.
And also, usually mothers and fathers-in-law, how is this? I mean, that's to be able to say one of them is like a second parent. That usually doesn't go that way with the in-laws.
Yeah, you already had the training, and like now everything's cool. You don't have to have like the awful mother-in-law.
No.
Those stories that you hear.
No, that's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I have a question. Why are people in California spending $75 on one cup of coffee? Because they're stupid? Yeah, that's probably. I mean, I think that's probably really the answer.
That's the best reason.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. It's 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a coffee shop in California that is selling the world's most expensive cup of coffee. Yep. Pop in, get a cup of Joe for $75. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a latte.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Good job, buddy.
Low-hanging fruit in that one, huh,
Right?
Steve?
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Damn.
Knocked that one out of the park.
Yeah. $75.
I mean, it's only a couple dollars more than like a freaking tall drink at a Starbucks these days.
I mean, we make fun of that, but geez, man, seriously, people are doing this. I guess it's a super exclusive coffee from Panama. Costs $803 a pound.
Jeez.
They only sold 10 pounds of this coffee to the entire U.S., so that's only 80 cups of coffee.
So this is one of those bragging right things that you could say, hey, I'm one of the 80 cups you said?
Yeah.
So I'm one of the 80 people that was able to get my hands on this coffee.
Yeah, so here's the owner of the place in San Francisco that sold this $75 cup of coffee.
San Francisco is one of those places where people really appreciate, fine stuff. It's a unique coffee that comes from Panama. So it's 80 cups for the entire United States. That's it. The objective is just to introduce people to some great coffee.
Would it be a crime to add cream and sugar to this?
Yeah, absolutely. It would be a waste of $75.
That's why I don't get like high-end vodka from getting like a vodka soda or something like that.
Well, yeah, they say that.
What's the point?
Yeah, don't ruin. Yeah, get the well drink at that point.
Right. Yeah.
And I sometimes still do ruin my high-end rum by throwing cola in there, but.
That would be funny if, like, hey, can you throw a couple spurts of hazelnut in that?
Yeah.
See what you say.
Give me a couple of pumps if you're sugar-free vanilla, please. Yeah, that, I don't know, that line where, in San Francisco, we really do appreciate the finer things. I think there's a lot of Emperor's New Clothes as well. Maybe my palate is so ridiculous, and Hair Club will probably yell at me because I know that Sergeant Hair Club definitely knows food and stuff. But, I mean, come on, really? $75?
No, there's not a chance in hell I'm going to spend $75. Some people are bringing up that, that's kind of like what monkey poop coffee is apparently pretty expensive, which I remember we talked about a while ago. Yeah. That's like a thing.
I mean, I would have to see if somebody in, I don't know, like a Starbucks or a Fuel or somebody around here who believes they could give me a really good cup of coffee that would be just as good as that $75 cup of coffee. I just find it hard to believe that it would be worth it to me. Just like, here, taste this wine over this wine. I'm like, really? It's going to be worth that much more?
Well, it's like, I remember when it was like Cristal was like the big rage. What was that, like a champagne, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's spending all this ridiculous money at clubs to get it because it was like, it was more for status, if anything. And I'm not saying it's bad. I had it, I remember one time where somebody was buying it. I'm like, I got to just try it. And if I'm getting it for free, I'm going to try it. I was like, I'm fine with like the $4 or $5 bottle of champagne. It tastes just as good to me.
Yeah.
And give me some Andre.
And maybe that's our palate. Maybe we're just, culinary idiots. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like, I think, people who want it's not necessarily a fancier vodka or anything like that, just not a well vodka. But if you go to Costco, the same vodka that's in the Kirkland, it's the same as like Grey Goose or something like that.
I think it's Absolute, if I remember
something
correctly.
like that. But it's
I
just
could be wrong.
But there's a price difference, and you're paying for a name.
Yeah, no, it's all about the status.
Yeah,
yeah, $75. How about that? It's sold out though. Coffee shop is sold out.
And then apparently, someone just said there's also civet poop, and it's a type of cat. that people make coffee.
Oh, that's right. I remember. Like it's really made out of poop.
It eats the beans and then it defecates the beans and then they pick up the beans and they grind those.
I remember that.
Their enzymes make it more robust or whatever, but there's no way in hell I'm eating it.
Nope, I'm not eating cat poop coffee.
No, not at all.
Not gonna do it.
It's
Really?
the lukewarm topic of the day.
Don't think I'm going to pay $75 for a cup of coffee either, even though they're sold out, even though there's only 80 cups, and so I don't know how many cups these guys got.
We secretly replaced your coffee today, BJ, with cat poop coffee.
Cat poop. Sometimes, I drink some of the coffee we get here, and it does feel like it's cat poop
Straight
coffee.
from Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's that.
Did it at my house.
All right, so $75 a cup of coffee, and they're already sold out, so people are, in fact, doing this. I can't believe it, so I want you to tell me something else I can't believe that you once spent money on. 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. What is the most ridiculous thing that you have purchased? I want to hear about it. Your calls, your texts, after Floyd on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a coffee shop in San Francisco that has been selling a cup of coffee for $75. I guess only 80 cups of this rare coffee from Panama has been available in the U.S., and so they are sold out. So, yeah, you can say, what idiot would buy a cup of coffee for $75? Well, a lot of them.
We have about 80 of them.
Yeah. Wow. And this is why we want you to finish this sentence. I can't believe I once spent money on blank. What is the most ridiculous thing that you've purchased? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Cody in Gold Bar. Cody, you are on The Rock.
How's it going?
Hey, Cody, what's up, buddy? What you got?
I'll say I bought a $45 sandwich in San Francisco one time.
Damn, what is with San Francisco? So how did they warrant that price?
It was ham, turkey, roast beef, salami, mozzarella sticks, onion rings, jalapeno poppers, and then that was only $25, but I figured I might as well splurge for the extra and got double of everything on it.
Was it good?
Oh, yeah, it was a killer sandwich. I call it the kryptonite.
Oh yeah? Because even Superman would have a hard time with that sandwich?
Yeah, it almost killed me. I'm pretty sure it'd take him down, too.
Yeah. So Cody, you got a double version of that, and you ate the whole thing.
I got through like 3/4 of it before the concert I went to.
Oh, and you were going to a concert and putting down that just gut bomb? Wow.
Yep.
Well, good for you, dude. $45 for a sandwich. There you go. I should say that's yeah.
If I had the extra money and it wasn't going to be a dent in my wallet, I'd probably go down that road too. Like Ricky and I were talking about that while Pink Floyd was playing, and she's just like, "Would you spend $75 on coffee if you were like Russell Wilson rich? Hell, even if I wasn't Russell Wilson rich, if I was like DJ Fluker rich, I probably would do it. You know what I mean? If I had all that money, it wouldn't be a big deal to me.
You're right. Because you could be that person that says I tried it,
and I make stupid purchases as a person who's not rich all the time.
Yeah,
I think about that trip to the Super Bowl, man. That was a giant waste of money. Yeah. But I look back on it, I don't regret doing it. It would have been the greatest weekend of my life if they would have given the ball to Marshawn Lynch, maybe.
Yeah.
But up until that final play, I was having the time of my life in Arizona and going to the Super Bowl. Never thought in a million years I would A, get to go to a Super Bowl, and B, get to see my favorite team in the Super Bowl. And for a second, I thought seeing my favorite team win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then it didn't end the way I hoped, but it was still a great experience.
See, that sounds awesome, but I think in my head I could not bring myself to pay $80, $75 or whatever on a cup of coffee. However, I would definitely buy like 2 of those sandwiches he was talking about, double down. Like, that sounds awesome.
I would go in on it with somebody.
The sandwich?
No, the coffee.
Oh. And what, just take sips off of it?
Yeah. I would just like we all get like a little cup and just have
a sample.
Just pour it in there. I mean, for $75, I go, all right, let's all experience it. At least we
measure
won't
it out for each person.
We won't feel like it because I only want a sip. I just want to see the flavor. I don't need to have the whole cup of coffee.
Why don't you just get a bunch of straws and y'all just drink out of the same cup?
Ooh, very romantic.
Mm-hmm. Straw and coffee. All right, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
using a straw when you drink coffee?
Yeah,
lots of people do that.
What, like hot coffee?
Oh, I guess those little
so they don't stain their teeth.
Yeah, the itty bitty straws.
That's why they do that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I have I've never seen anybody do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so don't step. All right. Well, it's too late for that. All right. Too late for me. Damn. Let's go to Nick and Puyallup. Nick, you are on The Rock.
BJ, hey!
Who cares? What you got for us, Nick?
Morning. So back when I was 17 or 18, my friend and I, they had just released the Taco Bell Mountain Dew Baja Blast in cans. And so we went to like 3 stores and we bought 52 cases in total. We bought every single one that we could find. Because in our mind, we were thinking that, they're only going to do it for a limited release. So if we buy a ton of it, we can resell it and make some money.
Oh, boy.
And how'd that go for you?
Well, they started releasing it every summer, and so it didn't really work out.
Oh, damn, dude.
It was still cool. I mean, I have a picture of the whole back of my car just stacked like case on case on case, and we made a throne out of it. And so I figured that was a little not as cool as like the Iron Throne, but it was like similar enough.
Damn, dude. 52 cases of
how much did that cost you?
Oh, man. So the first place that we went to, they were doing a really good deal. It was like buy one, get one free. So I want to say like in total, we probably spent about like $150.
Okay.
That's still, I mean, really, that's only about two cups of coffee, right? Over at the San Francisco joint. Still, I think, you had a lot more beverage.
I like this texter says, I once spent $800 for a pair of handmade leather cowboy boots. After waiting 5 months to receive them in the mail, I hated them, and I've not worn them since.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Another person paid $1,000 for a private lap dance in a VIP room. I got a regular lap dance. That was $200. It was the exact same thing. Also, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
Nice.
My son, I'm interested to see what my son did that was dumb. Because it was probably with my money.
I was about to say, what's the craziest thing you spent BJ's money on?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't necessarily spend much of BJ's money, Steve. This was mostly my friend, but I participated in purchasing a $5,000 table at a strip club.
Nice.
What?
Nice. So you get to take the table home, right? Pretty much, yeah. So I didn't even know that we were going to a strip club. I thought this was just at a club. So my friend inherited a bunch of money, a friend of a friend. And he's like, I have like $100,000. I want to spend $10,000 at the club. Let's go out. I'm like, sure, let's do it. Suit up, get in a limo, get driven to this place. He's like, I've spent $5,000 on this table, guys. It's going to be awesome. There's going to be women everywhere. I'm like, all right, this sounds great.
Yeah.
Go into the side door, bouncer, lets us in.
$5,000, they should let you through the back door.
So we go in, and I'm like, oh, this place is called the Spearmint Rhino. It's pretty classy. It sounds like a pretty cool club. Yeah. So we go through the door. And all of a sudden, all these women come out in essentially topless. And I'm looking at him and I go, this isn't a dance club, is it? He goes, no, it's not. It's a strip club. I'm like, I don't think I brought enough money for the strip club. He goes, don't worry, I did. And he brings out another $10,000 out of his jacket pocket.
Oh, my God. This is why you don't give young people inheritances. This is why
you do. You create memories like this.
Oh, man.
They last a lifetime, BJ.
I've never seen a man smile from ear to ear.
How many girls were working this table?
Oh, Steve. Okay, so they sit you down, right? And they bring you a whole bottle of champagne. They give you 4 leather seats, right? And then they have 2 bouncers, one at each side of your table, and they just bring lines of women, 20 each. Just they go, what next woman? Next woman? And my friend puts on his shades and his jacket, and he just takes out $100. He goes, no, we don't want this one. No, we don't want this one. Just handing each of them $100 until 3 blonde chicks, who apparently all friends, showed up, and he's like, you can stop them here, bouncer.
This is insane. What the hell?
I have never seen. No, I'm just like average Joe. I thought I was going to the club, so I'm just sitting there like I don't have like any money. I have like $100, and like the other bouncer's like, so which one do you like? And I'm like, oh, I like the redhead. She's pretty cute. Comes over and she's like, so me and my friend for $1,000, and I just look and I go, I'm the wrong guy. The guy over there with the jacket and the money, he's the one that has the money. Right. I want some 5-hour energy and a Coke, please.
Wow. That guy probably had the greatest night of his life.
Oh, he didn't have any money at the end of the night.
Yeah?
No, he spent it all.
Oh, that's a beating.
Did he regret it?
No, he did not regret it, Steve.
And look at Joe got to be there for Joe, you got the discount. See, now I'm proud of you because you didn't really pay much to be part of this ridiculousness.
I think $150, $200 by the end of the night. Not too bad.
No, especially in Vegas,
right? Yeah, not for the $10,000 treatment is what you got. You got $10,000 treatment for $100 or so. That ain't bad.
You got to ride his coattails.
Yeah, and I got to watch some of the thirstiest women I've ever seen in my life.
Well, yes.
Yeah, money is.
They've got college to pay for.
They all wait in a line for something at the strip club.
Yeah, tuition is really very expensive,
especially in Nevada.
Yeah, it is. We got this dude that got busted playing basketball while naked at a public park. And you know what? He has an explanation. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. And the cops, he's trying. Why? We'll tell you why at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that, and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on the wheel.